Hey there, so in this video what we want to do is we want to discuss taking a quality application from the lead sources that we provide and doing our best to make sure that we can actually convert a lead to an actual closing. At the end of the day, that's really what's important. It's not applications, it's actually taking a lead and actually closing it. So one of the things that I would highly focus on is speed to lead. There's been many studies that have been done, and the most important part of converting an online lead is being the first person to talk to them. Okay, so while you're working, if you see a hot lead coming over, while you're not immediately doing something else, I would really do the best you can to call that lead immediately. And I would call it once. If they don't answer, call it again. Okay, and I would call the hot leads like that, such as Zillow, Realtor.com, and Google Click leads. Now, once you get someone on the phone, we're really looking for a consultative sales approach. You don't have to be super salesy. What we're trying to do is we're trying to dig into their goals, where they are in the process, and trying to help them achieve their goals. Okay, so for example, if you get a Zillow lead, this is how I would approach a Zillow lead. Hey, my name's Reggie Green. I partner with Zillow. I understand you may have some real estate or home financing questions. What can I do to help you? Okay, same thing with Realtor.com or Google Click, maybe a little different verbiage, but I think it's important to speak about where you got their information and kind of leave an open-ended question on how you can help them. Okay, once you build up a little rapport, I immediately go into the goals section of the application. And this is the most important part for me because I want to do my best to understand what the client's trying to accomplish so I can help them or a loan officer can help them. Okay, so when I start getting into the goals, I first thing start with, do you have any idea of a purchase price that you're looking at? Okay, and sometimes they won't if they're really at the beginning of the process. Sometimes they will if they've been looking at houses on Zillow and things like that. If they don't have an idea of what their purchase price, I try to reverse engineer that purchase price based upon the max payment that they feel comfortable with, or the down payment that they have available either through themselves or a gift. So when you're going through the goals section, try to be really specific regarding purchase price that they think they may want, payment that they feel comfortable with, down payment that's available, areas of town that they're looking in, so we can try to connect them with a good real estate agent in that area. So that leads to my next part, which is one of the things that we're really focusing on moving forward is moving our leads to our partner real estate agents as soon as possible in the process, even if they're not qualified right now. Okay, so one of the things I do want you asking is, are you working with a real estate agent? Okay, so if you are, great, that's awesome. Who do you work with? And get their information so we can reach out to them once we have a pre-qualification and build a rapport. If we don't do that, they're going to try to unhook us from the deal with their lender partners. So it's really important that we build that rapport at the beginning. If they're not working with a real estate agent, oh, that's great. Well, we work with some of the best real estate agents in the area, and we'd love the opportunity to get you on a home search and introduce you to one of our partners. Would that be okay with you? And if they don't really work with someone, usually they're going to be very receptive to that. Okay, and here's why that's so important. Okay, let's say we get someone's information, we take an application, and they're not ready to buy right now, but we have a plan to get them ready to buy in, let's say, 3 months. Okay, if we can get them with one of our realtor partners, okay, our realtor partners can start sending them, every couple days when new listings come on the market. Okay, that's going to motivate them to hopefully push through that credit plan that we got together for them, because now they're seeing real properties that are available that they're interested in, but they need to get their credit to a certain place before they can do that. So that's really important from a motivation standpoint. The second, probably even bigger part, is if we get them connected with one of our partners are not going to try to unhook us from the deal. Anywhere else the client goes, people are going to try to take us off this transaction. Okay, so if they're working with a real estate agent that we don't work with, they're going to try to take us off. Okay, so the faster that we can get them with one of our partners, the better it's going to be for us. So even if they're buying in cash, if we can get a client to one of our partners, that helps us build that relationship even stronger. Even if it's out of town, let's say it's in South Dakota, Okay, if we can get their information to our realtor partner and they can find someone in South Dakota and get a referral fee for doing nothing, that helps us build a relationship with our partners. So really want us focusing on finding out if they work with an agent. If not, really trying to hook them up with one of our real estate agent partners as soon as possible. The rest of the application, you're just going to go through the conversation log that I put together for you. You can make your own if you want, but mainly you're going to want to get a 2-year history of where they've been living, if they own any properties, a 2-year income history. I really try to break down how they are compensated. Are you given a salary? Are you hourly? Great. Do you get any overtime, bonuses, commission? Whenever you're going over bonuses, commission, or overtime, variable income, they're really going to look at a 2-year average. So make sure you find that out. See if they have any other sources of income, and if they have anything coming out of their income that we wouldn't see on a credit report, like child support or alimony. Really, the last thing I ask for is the borrower's social and date of birth. Now, here's where you're going to get a lot of I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like objections is what I'm looking for. So a lot of times the people that'll give you their social the easiest are the people that don't qualify. The people that do qualify a lot of times are kind of wary of giving you their social in some situations. Okay, usually what you hear is, I don't want to hurt my credit. Okay, so if you have your credit pulled one time by a home loan lender, it is a hard pull, but it may drop your credit a couple points after we pull it. So it's not going to affect them on our pull. I think there's this misinformation in the market that having your credit pulled really affects your credit in a negative way. Where it affects your credit in a really negative way is if you have your credit pulled all the time for different purposes from a lot of different people. So having your credit pulled one time is not going to be a major effect. Okay, it's usually not going to affect your qualification whatsoever. So I would use those type of things. Now, if they are worried about giving you their social over the phone, we can have them do an online application. We can do a smartphone application. Try to find a way that we can help them feel comfortable. Talk about our company. You know, Fairway is the #1 purchase lender in Arizona. You can Google Team Green mortgage reviews. You can see over 500 reviews online. Try to build credibility with our brand and our company. Okay. Now, at the end of your conversation, so you've gotten their goals, you got everything you need to qualify the client. Okay, what you want to do is when you get off that phone, you want to tell them exactly what's going to happen next. Okay, so how we work leads right now is we are giving a loan officer the opportunity to call them that day or by the latest the next day. Okay, so how I might end this conversation is this. Hey, thank you so much. Well, first thing, before I get into that, you want to express a lot of gratitude to your potential client at all times. The reality is they have a lot of opportunities to pick a ton of different people, so make sure that they feel and that they can really tell how grateful we are for the opportunity to work with them. Okay, hey client, thank you so much for the opportunity to work on this for you. We truly appreciate the opportunity to assist you and your family. So here's what happened from here. I have all your information. I'm going to share it with one of our expert loan officers. His or her name is, okay? Now, when we get off the phone, I'm actually going to text you and the loan officer just so you know who's going to call you back. What they're going to do is they're going to run your credit and put together a pre-qualification for you either today, no later than tomorrow. Okay, and if for any reason you're not qualified, what we're going to do is we're going to put together a plan to hopefully get you in a position to qualify. Okay, so when you get off the phone, okay, you're actually going to text them, hey, great speaking with you, I really appreciate the opportunity. Here's the loan officer's information that's going to contact you. Send them the digital business card of that loan officer and include that loan officer on the text. Okay, so that's one of the things you want to build right at the end of the call. The last thing is how I end every call is, hey, thank you so much again. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, and you really want to make sure that they feel totally comfortable and know exactly what's going to happen once you hang up that phone call. Okay, because you don't want to lose them right there. Okay, so this loan officer is going to call you back by tomorrow. I'm going to share their information on text. Do you have any questions for me? And then make sure that they feel super comfortable so when the loan officer calls them back, they're in the best position possible to build on that rapport and convert that client into a pre-qualified buyer out there shopping and working with us at the end of the day. So that's my main advice when you're working with leads and doing a really quality loan application, and really making sure, the main thing, you really want to make sure that the client really knows how much we appreciate the opportunity to work for them. And then when you end that call, they know exactly what's going to happen from this point on. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.